Please video like and subscribe this channel. The first time the Galactic Conclave invited humans to the Karsuan Proving World, no one expected silence. Karsuan was not a place of quiet. It was a colossal artificial moon forged from black alloy and scarred stone, orbiting a dying blue star. Every surface carried the marks of conflict, burned sigils, fractured arenas, gravity wells tuned to crush bone. For 10,000 cycles, this world had served one purpose: to test warriors from every known species. Only the strongest survived its trials, and only the strongest were allowed to stand before the conclave. The air usually rang with roars, energy blasts, and ritual challenges. Warriors boasted, blades clashed, and champions proved their worth in displays meant to inspire fear and admiration. But when the humans arrived, the noise slowly, inexplicably, faded. Commander Raketor of the Van Dominion stood at the edge of the observation platform, his massive frame armored in living chitin. His 4 eyes narrowed as he watched the newcomers disembark from their modest transport vessel. Compared to the towering war beasts and biomechanical titans around them, the humans looked unimpressive. Too small. Too soft. "They are fragile," Raketor rumbled to the warrior beside him, a plasma-skinned Krellian named Sithra. Why were they invited here? Sithra's glowing eyes flickered. The Conclave claims they defeated the Exorchi horde without orbital bombardment. Raketor scoffed. Impossible. Below them, the humans lined up with precise efficiency. There were only 12 men and women clad in simple, dark combat attire, no visible energy shields, no exotic weaponry. Their faces were calm, focused. One of them, a broad-shouldered veteran with streaks of grey in his hair, stepped forward. "I am Captain Elias Ward," he said, his voice amplified across the arena. "We were told to demonstrate our training." A ripple of amusement spread through the gathered warriors. Training? On Karsuan? The Proving World was designed for survival, not instruction. Gravity fluctuated without warning. Atmospheric pressure shifted. Automated war constructs emerged to kill without mercy. Many species trained in controlled environments, but here, warriors were tested at their limits. The Conclave Overseer, an ancient being of light and shadow, floated above the arena. "You may begin," it intoned. The ground trembled. The arena's gravity spiked to 3 times standard. Several alien spectators shifted uncomfortably, their species adapted to heavier worlds. The humans staggered for half a second, then adjusted. They spread out, knees bent, movements economical. No panic. No wasted energy. They didn't rush or shout. They breathed. Raketor leaned forward. "They are resisting, but they will break." The first wave of constructs rose from the ground, 6-legged metal predators armed with particle cannons. They charged. The humans did not draw weapons. Instead, Captain Ward barked short commands. The team moved as one, flowing into formation. 2 humans dropped low, rolling under cannon fire. Another leapt onto a construct's back, driving a reinforced blade into a joint with surgical precision. The machine collapsed. Not brute force. Precision. Sithra's glow dimmed slightly. They target weaknesses instantly. The gravity increased again. 5 times standard. Several warriors in the stands growled in surprise. Bones cracked among lesser species. Even Raketor felt the pressure through his armor. The humans grunted, but kept moving. Sweat darkened their clothing. Muscles strained. Breathing became audible. Yet none stopped. Another wave emerged, energy-shielded behemoths designed to overpower even elite fighters. The arena filled with thunder as they charged. The humans retreated, deliberately. They drew the constructs into narrow zones where the ground suddenly shifted, revealing pits and rising barriers. Traps. The humans had studied the arena's patterns within minutes of arrival. They adapted in real time. One human was struck, thrown hard into a wall. The crowd stirred, sensing blood. He did not rise immediately. Captain Ward moved to him without hesitation, placing himself between the fallen human and incoming fire. Another human dragged the injured one back, applied a rapid injector, and returned to formation. They never broke cohesion. Minutes stretched into an hour. The arena escalated its difficulty relentlessly: extreme heat, corrosive fog, electromagnetic storms. Many species trained for a single environment. The humans trained for all of them. Rektor's mandibles tightened. "This is not training," he said slowly. "This is conditioning." Sithra nodded. "They are not learning here. They already learned elsewhere. This is familiar to them." The silence began to spread. One by one, the warriors in the stands stopped boasting. Conversations died. Even the most arrogant champions watched with growing unease. The humans were not the strongest individually, not the fastest, not the largest, but they endured. When weapons failed, they used hands. When hands failed, they used terrain. When strength faltered, they relied on each other. At last, the arena ceased its assault. The constructs powered down. The gravity normalized. The fog dissipated. The humans stood exhausted, bruised, bleeding, but standing. Captain Ward looked up at the conclave. Training complete. No cheers followed. No roars. Only silence. Rektor realized his claws were clenched so tightly they had pierced his own armor. "They should have fallen," he whispered. The overseer descended, its light flickering with what might have been curiosity. "Explain your method." Captain Ward removed his helmet. His eyes were tired, but steady. "We train to lose," he said. "We assume everything will go wrong. We push ourselves until failure becomes familiar. Then we push again." Sithra tilted her head. "Why invite such suffering?" Ward gave a small, humorless smile. "Because the battlefield doesn't care about comfort." A murmur rippled through the conclave. Another warrior spoke, a towering Jarkor berserker. "Your species lacks natural armor. You lack claws, venom, psionics. How did you survive long enough to learn this?" Ward's gaze hardened. "Because we had to." The silence deepened. Rektor remembered the legends, how humans had emerged from a death world of storms, predators, and constant scarcity. How their history was a cycle of war, collapse, rebuilding. How they adapted not by dominance, but by persistence. "Is this how all humans train?" the overseer asked. Ward hesitated. "No. This is how veterans train." At that word, veterans, something shifted. The conclave had many warriors. Few veterans. Most champions died young, gloriously. Humans survived long enough to grow old. The overseer turned to the assembled champions. "You have witnessed their preparation. Do any challenge their right to stand among you?" No one spoke. Rektor felt something unfamiliar settle in his chest. Respect. Not fear, exactly, but awareness. "These humans," Sithra said softly, "do not seek to impress us." "No," Rektor agreed. "They seek to be ready." The conclave dismissed the gathering, but many warriors lingered, watching the humans as they tended wounds, shared water, laughed quietly among themselves. Not celebrating. Recovering. Later, as the humans prepared to depart, Rektor descended from the platform. His shadow fell over Captain Ward. "You are different from what we expected," Rektor said. Ward looked up. "So are you." The Varn commander considered this. "If our species were to fight," he said slowly, "who would win?" Ward thought for a moment. "Depends," he said. How long does the fight last? Rektor understood then. Strength was a moment. Endurance was a strategy. As the human vessel lifted off, the warriors of the galaxy watched in thoughtful silence. For the first time in centuries, the proving world had not crowned a champion. It had delivered a warning. Some species trained to dominate. Humans trained to survive. And in a galaxy built on endless war, survival was the deadliest skill of all. The greatest warriors did not roar that day. They fell silent because they had just witnessed the future of warfare, and it was patient, relentless, and human.